Hey, it's Ryan from Dads at Disney. We're going to talk about the Oogie Boogie Bash. Now, first thing I want to talk about is it is a special ticketed event. You do have to have a specific ticket just for this event. If you are a Magic Key holder and you still want to go to the park during the day, you can. You still have to do a reservation. Same thing with regular ticketed guests. You do have to make a reservation for the day. And actually, we're going to talk about getting into the park first. Holy moly, I almost forgot to talk about costumes. Now, costumes have to be, everybody can wear a costume. Adults, children, everybody. Which is the only time adults are allowed to wear costumes into the park. Now, there's three major rules. One, it has to be child-friendly, so not offensive, not obtrusive. Two, masks can only be worn by anybody under the age of 14. Adults cannot wear masks or cover your face. And the third one is there's no large props allowed. Now, I'll show you, we did bring a prop, and some people decorate their strollers too. Our prop was actually worn by my wife just for some pictures. I'll show you it right here. It is not big. It was just something that we just created to add to her costume. But yeah, I don't know what their size is for large. It might just be a thing like, hey, you clearly have a large prop. Leave that in your car. But that's it. Now continuing on to how to get into the park. If you have an Oogie Boogie Bash ticket, you're actually going to go in through the California Adventure entrance. They block off all the right side entrance gates to go in for Oogie Boogie Bash. That's where you'll get your wristband. However, if you're a Magic Key holder and you're already in the park, you can actually go into the location where they used to do the Cars Land Fast Passes. That's over here between Cars Land and Avengers Campus. You can actually get your wristband there. They give you your totes there. It's just like checking. You don't have to wait through the long line that comes in that starts at 3 p.m. There is also an entrance. If you go through the Grand California, you can do that. It's not really a shorter line. It's just a different line, and you start in a different part of the park. We actually met some of our friends there because they were staying at the Grand Californian, and so we started our night over there. Let's go ahead and talk about the map. The map is actually pretty tiny. It's not a full-size map like you'd get for the regular Disney park, but we're going to look at it a little bit here. This first opening you do, where it's just half the map, I wanted to point out something pretty important here. It talks about the photo pass. Now, there are photo pass folks around. You do have to make sure you link your photos the proper way. So you do have to go link your photo pass photos and then click on link a photo pass card, and then you have to scan the code on your wristband, or they'll give you a photo pass card, but got to make sure you link it to your account so you can see your pictures. We almost messed that up and threw away our wristbands before we linked our passes, so make sure you do that. Then we open it up here. I'm not really a huge fan of this map. It's kind of small for all the stuff that they offer, but let's go ahead and start over here on the treat trails. You can see that they have 12 different trails listed on the map, going all around the park. These trails are awesome. I love these trails. They were super fun. You get a lot of candy. We'll talk about the candy in just a minute, but let's stick with the map here. And then when you look right here, that white dotted line, that is going to be the parade route. You got character opportunities where it's not necessarily just a photo opportunity, but you do get to actually meet the characters, where some of the trails you just see the characters from afar. These ones you actually get to meet the characters. Then you got photo opportunities. That's where photo pass cast members are going to be. You have the treat trails, obviously. Those are the little cauldrons. And then you have merchandise. Obviously, they're going to be selling merchandise. Looks like there's three locations that they're selling the merchandise. And then you got Villains Grove. We'll talk about that in a little bit too. It's got all the important information here. It's got information about Villains Grove, about when the parade. There's 2 parades that they hold. You got special stuff for the Disney Vacation Club members, the DVC members. You also have a Magic Key holder destination that you go to. That is up in over by Paradise Gardens Park, underneath the swings. So we'll talk about that in a bit as well. All right, so I'm going to be kind of just looking at the map, kind of remembering how we did our night. It was just the other night that we were there. But we did 9 of the trails, and I was surprised at how long the lines were, but how fast they were. They never stopped. At least in the beginning, there were long lines. But like I said, it took us like 5 minutes to get through the entire treat trail. Every trail has 3 or 4 stops where you can get a candy, you get a more healthy snack. Oh, I'm going to give you a tip about the Frightfully Fun Parade. We did the 7:45 showing, and we sat down at like 7:40 and got a spot to watch the parade. We were right in front of Cars Land. So I suggest going to the 7:45 parade. You can watch the 10 p.m. one also, but a lot of people go to that one and just leave right after. So a lot of people save their time for that one. The parade is definitely worth it. I would watch the parade. As we go along here, we got the Magic Key spot that is over by the Silly Symphonies. They give you a gift along with a special photo opportunity. The gift is these guys right here. And then the photo opportunity is this right here. It is a Nightmare Before Christmas photo opportunity. It's very cute. As far as the food goes, we tried the food from Flo's V8. We did the loaded buffalo chicken fries. My wife actually ate that one. I wanted to get the Carolina loaded tenders, but it wasn't on the app. It's supposed to be available for mobile order, but I didn't see it there, so I ended up just getting something else. But the loaded buffalo chicken fries are spicy. My wife handles spicy very well. She loves spicy food, and she even said, wow, this is on fire. So be warned, if you are not good with spicy, the loaded buffalo chicken fries are not for you. But if you like spicy, that is a great choice. I took a bite of them, and they were delicious and indeed spicy. Here's the bag that they give you. It's not very big. It's kind of small. So what I recommend, they give you a lot of candy. So what I recommend is do a treat trail, get this bag filled up because it will probably fill up in 1 or 2 treat trails, and bring a bigger bag to dump it out in. I ended up having a backpack, dumped it in my backpack, and we came out with so much candy. I'm going to show you the amount of candy. This is a Trader Joe's bag. It is completely full, and this isn't even all of it. We had one more small bag that we had, and this is also from us eating some of it as well because we're adults and we're allowed to do that. So I would say, in the end, if you were like us and were just going for the trick-or-treat trails and seeing some of the cool characters that were around, this was a lot of fun. We had a blast doing it. We went on 1 or 2 rides, like I said. The lines were fairly short. But if you're getting this ticket, I recommend going and experiencing all the extra Halloween stuff that they do. You can go on rides. And like I said, it's not super long. But, the Villain Trail. That was the last thing that we wanted to do because we started in front of Grand Californian. We went around and we wanted to end with the Villain Trail. Unfortunately, I didn't personally get to do it because our babies fell asleep and my wife really wanted to go in and do it. So she went in and she came out and said it was just phenomenal. It was definitely worth a walkthrough. She recommends waiting until nighttime. We were going to go right when we got there, but that was at 6 o'clock and the sun was still out on the day that we were there. So we waited until nighttime, and she said that was the best choice ever. So that brings us to the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoy your stay at Oogie Boogie Bash. We had a great time at ours, and I hope these tips help you. Have a great day.